Brianna, it's the long-awaited coffee drinkers video. Finally, let's do this. So if you're anything like me, when I first started this program, I know that Medifast recommends that you're supposed to limit your caffeine intake to 300 milligrams a day, which is about 3 cups of good coffee, 3 8-ounce cups of good coffee based on my research, but I wasn't willing to give up my coffee on this program, and I get a lot of questions from my new clients that are starting as to whether or not you can have coffee on this program and exactly how that all works out. And this is how I've incorporated the program into my coffee addiction, because that wasn't something I was willing to give up. So I will tell you that as a former reporter, and also I'm still a graduate student, I used to order 4 shots of espresso in my Starbucks, and Starbucks and I were best friends. And go do the math in your checking account or just in cash or save the receipts. How much money are you spending at Starbucks? Don't tell me that this program costs a lot of money, because I was spending probably about $50 a month at Starbucks. So, and I know that that's not unusual for a lot of us that are just caffeine addicts. So anyways, all right, so let's get right down to it. I will just preface this and say I am not the most creative Medifast person out there. I'm kind of a lazy Medifaster. I don't doctor a lot of my meals. I don't turn stuff into cookies and muffins and stuff. All that stuff is fantastic. I got used to the program kind of as is, and so some of this stuff might be things that you're already doing, and if this is of no use to you, then you just got to listen to me talk for like 5 minutes. That's cool. Anyways, alright, so my favorite, this is my first meal of the day. I decided just to do this in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee. My absolute favorite thing in the world right now, and I think I will always order the coffee soft serve because of this, is coffee soft serve. It's just coffee soft serve, not made into ice cream, mixed with coffee. I know it sounds simple, but bear with me here. So if you have a single serve blender, like a personal size blender, some people use magic bullets on this program because they're easy to make your single serve stuff. So what I do, if you are if you're mixing it with hot coffee and you're figuring out how do you make it cold enough if you want it iced, I fill this single serve, my Hamilton Beach workhorse, I fill it almost all the way to the top with ice, and then I make a cup of coffee with my Keurig, which I love. I love, love, love my Keurig. And then I'll add a packet of the soft serve and I'll just blend it. And this is what happens. It turns into like a strong tasting Frappuccino. Another good shortcut that I found is Starbucks just has me, I mean, by the balls, right? I still buy Starbucks stuff. I can't get away from them. So these little Via packets are really excellent. If you're somebody like me, my husband is not a coffee drinker. That's one of the reasons why I have a single serve coffee maker, because I was just wasting coffee all the time, throwing away half a pot. And I don't have the patience for a coffee press. I can never get it right. So if you guys know the secrets on French pressing, send them on over. So these little Via packets are great, especially if you want a little extra caffeine boost in the middle of the afternoon, or let's say it's not morning time, or you don't have a pot of coffee around. Another way to do this is to do about half ice in here, packet, water, just cover the ice with water, and the soft serve packet. Chocolate mint soft serve, plus a Via, plus ice and some water. This is like the 3:30. This is my 3:30 meal in the summer when I'm just like my son's been running around all day and I'm exhausted. I need a little extra boost. The mint of this doesn't get covered up by the coffee flavor, so it's like a peppermint mocha deliciousness. It's so good. Shakes themselves. So if you're gonna do a mocha, I would suggest the chocolate pudding made into a shake with your coffee. Don't forget your coffee. And coffee hot if you're a hot coffee drinker. I live in the desert, so right now it's over 100 degrees. You're not going to find me drinking anything hot anytime soon. So the hot cocoa is good. Be careful about the way you mix this. Use a whisk to mix this to get the lumps out. It's just, I don't know why, it's the foamy thing is what it is. And one thing I always tell people when they're making the foamy products like the cappuccino, the calorie burn cappuccino, the hot cocoa, or the chai latte, you make any of these foamy things into iced in the blender, beware the Medifast foam. Beware the foam. Leave enough room in your blender because that foam, it's going to get all stirred up and it's going to start coming up the top, and I've learned that the hard way. So just keep that in mind. But the chai latte, the hot cocoa, they're all good with coffee. Basically, if you like something, try mixing it with coffee. Coffee makes everything better. I really enjoy it. Do not let coffee houses, anywhere that you go, do not let them add your creamer for you. If you're going to do half and half, which you can have on this program, do not let them put it in there for you, because they will be so heavy-handed and there will be so much fat and calories in there. You will not. I tried it once at Starbucks. I said just a little bit of cream, and I got back a latte. I mean, it was just half. It was breve. The things that I want coffee drinkers to be careful about when you're incorporating coffee is just beware of your condiments. I like sugar-free hazelnut creamer, liquid creamer. I don't use syrups, but I know other people use them successfully. So just beware of your condiments and where they're kind of falling. My thing I want to tell you is, because of your decreased calorie intake, you are going to be more sensitive to caffeine. I went from having to have 4 shots of coffee in my, latte to I'm good with 1 or 2 cups of coffee and I'm good for the day. So just be wary of that. I wouldn't start experimenting with the coffee or drinking too much coffee, especially at the beginning. But it can help with the detox headaches. Some people find that. The other thing to keep in mind is, to get creative and create what sounds good to you. I think one of my biggest keys to success on this program is finding things that I already loved and finding a way to make it healthier and adapt it to the Medifast lifestyle, and, just incorporate healthy habits as part of my life. So am I going to go back to full fat creamer and getting these huge sugary drinks at Starbucks? I've really made this a way of life, and I'm cool with that. And I find that I don't need a lot of sugar. I don't need all that stuff. So anyway, those are my coffee tips. Email me, Facebook me if you have anything else that you'd like me to tackle. I've got some more videos coming, and some more thoughts about hitting goal and beyond. So I hope this helps some of you that are just starting out, and maybe some Medifast veterans who need some new ideas. All right, I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you later.